to English Sucker. Let's look at the line by line explanation of the sixth part of the chapter The Enemy by Paul S. Buck. So let's move on. So far in the story we have seen Dr. Sadao Hoki was successful in saving the life of the American prisoner of war by taking out the bullet from his body, and however the American prisoner of war is still unconscious. So now let's see how does the story continue. The young man woke so weak, his blue eyes so terrified when he perceived where he was, that Hannah felt compelled to apologize. She herself served him, for none of the servants would enter the room. So when the man came into his consciousness, he was very much, he felt a little awkward for the new atmosphere, and he realized that he was at some new place. So Hannah was there to comfort him, to make him feel at ease, and in this way she was there to serve him, as all the servants refused to serve this American prisoner of war. When she came in the room first time, she saw him summon his small strength to be prepared for some fearful thing. Some fearful thing here means he was already injured, he was not in a sound physical condition, so maybe he was trying to over exert his body more than the strength he had. So she had seen that he was trying to do something that he was not supposed to do. So at this, how did she tackle this situation? She just suggested him not to be afraid, and as when the man felt a little embarrassed in her presence, so she tried to make him feel comfortable. And the man was surprised when Hannah spoke to him in English. How come you speak English? He gasped. He just took his breath with a little difficulty through mouth. I was a long time in America, she informed. She saw that he wanted to reply to that, but he could not, as he was not feeling fit at the moment, and so she knelt down. She sat on her knees and started feeding him gently with kind behavior, and very gently from with a good humane quality from the porcelain spoon, or the spoon made of porcelain substance. He ate unwillingly. Maybe it was quite natural for him. He just woke up from his unconsciousness, so he was not willing to have any food, but still he ate. Now you'll soon be strong, she said, not liking him and yet moved to comfort him. Although she was not comfortable and she was not at all willing to spend too much time with this American person who was her nation's enemy, but still she was compelled by her duty as a human being towards another human being. So that's why she just did her best to comfort him. So, but to this he didn't answer. When Sadao visited the man's room on the third day after the operation, and when he visited, what was his observation? He found the young man sitting up, and his face was almost white or bloodless, became pale with the effort that he made to sit upon the bed. And this was not at all appreciated by Sadao, and he just became a little severe towards him, and he strictly asked him to lie down, and he said if he would do any such kind of thing, he would certainly die. He forced the man down gently and strongly, gently but also strongly. Gently as a human being, and strongly refers to the strictness of a doctor. And then he examined the wound and then he strictly warned him that if he would do any such kind of thing, means overexerting his body more than his stamina, then definitely he would kill himself. He scolded him, he chided him, and then the boy, who was extremely terrified, he just asked in a low voice that what he wanted to know from Sadao, that what was he intended, or what did he intend to do with him. He looked, and when he asked this question, he looked very innocent and very young, just like only 17-year-old, and he just wanted to know from Sadao whether Sadao was going to hand him over to the police. And for a moment, Sadao did not answer. Sadao himself was totally unanswerable. He was speechless, and he just continued his work. He continued examining the injury or wound of the man, and then pulled the silk quilt over the man. We need to observe each and every part of action and behavior of Sadao and Hannah that help us to conclude that they were full of humanism. Then Sadao answered to the question, I do not know myself what I shall do with you, he said. I ought, of course, to give you to the police. You are a prisoner of war, and no, do not tell me anything. He put up his hand as he saw the young man was about to speak, and he further said, do not even tell me your name unless I ask it. So in this way, Sadao tried to maintain a kind of emotional distance with this man, and he informed him that his duty asked him to hand him over to the police, but he himself didn't know what he was about to do actually. And then when he saw that the boy was about to speak something, so he just made a gesture not to do so. So they looked at each other for a moment. They just shared each other's glance, and then the young man closed his eyes and turned his face to the wall, and he said, okay, he whispered, his mouth a bitter line. So there was a bitter expression on his lips when he said so, because he was not pleased with the way Sadao responded him. Outside the door, and when Sadao was still in, Hannah was there waiting for Sadao at the door of the same room, and Sadao noticed that she was in trouble. There was some problem. She was very much anxious. Hannah informed Sadao that all the servants are almost protesting against the stay of this white man. She informed that Yumi tells me that the servants feel they cannot stay if we hide this man here anymore. And further, she informed that Yumi says that they are saying that you and I were so long in America that we have forgotten to think of our own country first. They think we like Americans. So Hannah informed about the servants' suspicion about the Sadao couple, that they do not have any affection for their own nation. Rather, as they remained in America for a long period, so they have developed a kind of intimacy with the Americans, and this is the reason that they have sheltered the white man. So in this way, such kind of allegations they are making, she informed. And Sadao completely disapproved with all these allegations, and he said it's not true, Americans are enemies. And indeed, Sadao had the same kind of feeling. He was full of nationalism, but above all, he was a human being first, and then a doctor, and then a Japanese. And he was very much aware of his duties and his priorities. But he said, but I have been trained. When he was undergoing his training as to become a medical practitioner, he was taught that not to let a man die if I can help it. So he is extremely dutiful towards his profession. So he is extremely devoted to all his medical ethos and ethics. So then but she said that the servants are not in a position to understand the predicament and their position, that what kind of dilemma they are. He of course agreed with this statement of Hannah, that yes, servants do not understand. Neither seemed able to say more, and somehow the household dragged on. The servants grew more watchful now against these Sadao couple, and their courtesy now was as careful as ever. They were equally polite, but their eyes now were cold upon, very strict upon, and quite rude upon Mr. Hoki and Hannah, to whom they were hired. It is clear what our master ought to do. So one day, the other day, there was a discussion among the servants, including the gardener and the cook, and Yumi was also present there. So the gardener said one morning, he had worked with flowers all his life and had been a specialist too in moss, very small plants. For Sadao's father, he had made one of the finest moss gardens in Japan, sweeping the bright green carpet constantly so that not a single leaf or a pine needle marred the velvet of its surface. So he remembers how devotedly he had served Sadao's father, and now he is serving Sadao and his family, and he always worked wholeheartedly for this family. He mentions the kind of work he did. So my old master's son knows very well what he ought to do. He is very much aware about his duty, he now said, pinching a bud from a bush as he spoke. So he questions that why didn't Mr. Sadao leave that man there at the coast only? Why did he bring him here when he was sure that this man was their nation's enemy? That young master is so proud of his skills to save life that he saves any life, the cook said contemptuously, quite angrily, showing her anguish towards Sadao. And while making this statement, she split a bird's neck very skillfully as she was adept in it, and held the fluttering bird, and she allowed the blood flow into the roots of a wisteria vine, a kind of flowering vine, and as blood is considered the best of fertilizers, and the old gardener would not let her waste a drop of it. So here we see then it is the children of whom we must think, Yumi said sadly. Yumi was very much concerned for what would happen if they leave, and they should consider for the children of the Sadao couple, what will be their fate if their father is condemned as a traitor. While they were having all this conversation, Hannah was present there, and she had just heard each and every statement of all these three persons. They did not, moreover, they also didn't try to hide what they say from the ears of Hannah as she stood arranging the day's flowers in the veranda nearby, and she knew they spoke on purpose or intentionally that she might hear. She knew that they were right. She knew too in most of her being, but there was another part of her which she herself could not understand. It was not sentimental liking of the prisoner. She had come to think of him as a prisoner. She had not liked him even yesterday when he had said in his impulsive way or with a strong feeling, when the last day he tried to introduce himself anyway. Let me tell you that my name is Tom. Even at that moment, she was not liking him. She had only bowed her little distant bow. The Japanese culture of bowing and wishing and greeting each other. She saw, and when she did without responding through words, she saw a kind of hurt in the eyes of that young American's man, but she ignored but she did not wish to assuage the hurt or to calm down or to reduce the hurt that was caused by her attitude. Indeed, he was a great trouble in this house. Words of vocabulary. With the help of these word meanings and synonyms, you will definitely enrich your vocabulary skills. Thank you for watching.